Woodstock 94 was a music festival organized to commemorate the 25th anniversary of the original in 1969. The concert was scheduled for Saturday and Sunday, August 13th and 14th, and with the third day, Friday, August 12th, added later. The weather was rainy that weekend, and by the rain on Saturday, most of the fields had turned to mud. The event took place at Winston Farm in Saugerties, New York, about 100 miles north of New York City. A figure of 350,000 people was estimated. The size of the crowd was larger than the concert organizers had planned. The main security-related problems were when they had to restrict supplies of food, drinks from outside, and especially alcohol to the people who were arriving. With the concert venue fenced off with metal wire, attendees had almost no difficulty entering freely and carrying beer and other prohibited items. Security personnel, along with entry and exit personnel, were unable to continue monitoring while maintaining security due to the number of people wanting to enter and exit the site.
Hundreds of thousands of music fans with tickets have crammed onto a farm in Saugerties, New York. Thousands more have crashed the gates.
Woodstock 94 became famous for the diverse styles of music presented during that weekend, which included acts like Aerosmith, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nine Inch Nails, Cypress Hill, Roland's Band, The Cranberries, Metallica, Primus, Sheryl Crow, Collective Soul, Candlebox, Joe Cocker, Blind Melon, Bob Dylan, Peter Gabriel, Green Day, Paul Rogers, Santana, and many more. Some of the rumors that were most commented on relation to the festival were that Guns N' Roses were asked to appear at Woodstock, but the band declined due to internal problems as well as feeling the concert was too commercial. Rumors circulated during the festival that the Rolling Stones were to make a surprise appearance because they were scheduled to play a concert in New York that weekend. Alice in Chains were on the initial bill of the festival. However, the band pulled out due to the continuing drug problems of lead singer Lane Staley. Promoters pursued Nirvana to perform at the festival. At the time, the band pulled out of Lollapalooza due to singer Kurt Cobain's health. Woodstock 94 was broadcast live on MTV via pay-per-view in the US and Canada, and in the UK, audio from the event was broadcast on BBC Radio 1.
Failure for the people who pay $200 and then watch 200,000 people crash the gates again.
There's quite a few holes in the fences around, so everyone can pretty much leave and come as they go.
Over 250,000 fans have crowded into Saugerties, New York.
250,000 people.
Woodstock 94.
Woodstock 94.
Woodstock 94.
How long you been waiting to get in?
About 16 hours now.
This is the gate in. Please remove all weapons, drugs, contraband. It ain't getting in here. Ditch it now. Security will check.
Wow, it's a potpourri of everything. You name it, you got it, it's here.
But I want to tell you something else that's going on. The mud pit. People are rolling around in the mud. I mean, it is incredible.
The concert has now been closed off because of overcrowding.
Ticket sales have been ordered stopped by Ulster County authorities.
The promoters of the first Woodstock continued the sequel in August 1994, 25 years after that legendary weekend in 1969. More than 350,000 music fans flocked to upstate New York expecting to see history repeat itself. Despite the good vibe on stage, many felt that Woodstock 2 was more about profit, greed, and corporate sponsors than it was about love, peace, and music.
So you guys inaugurated the South Stage today, is that right? How did it go down there?
It was lovely. It was really good. Went out at first, and it was kind of the crowd at the front were really active, and by the end, like a big crowd came forward. It was really cool. It's great.
I think you said before the largest audience you'd ever sung before was 15,000, and the biggest audience you'd ever seen was the Pope at Limerick. Which one was this like?
It was cool. It was like actually we did about 30,000 now by this stage, but I don't know how many was out there. I'm bad at numbers. It's just people, you know. But they were great. They were really cool. You know, they really got involved.
Blind Melon just took the stage, and Shannon Oon happens to be fully clothed. He also happens to be wearing a skirt.
We have Blind Melon on stage in a cute little dress.
What in the hell is Shannon Hoon doing wearing a dress?
Shannon, how'd you choose the outfit for today?
It's always nice to see this many people together, you know.
And I wish that you would stop spinning.
For Blind Melon's exhilarating set, Hoon opted to wear his girlfriend's white dress, which was quite the statement back in '94, a time when society was nowhere near as progressive as it is today and signified the sort of accepting character that he was.
Welcome, Melissa. Nice to have you here. I hope you make your mark in just as special a way as we just saw.
Of course. Looking forward to it.
If I wanted to, I could do anything right. I could dance with the devil on a Saturday.
Today's performances include Joe Cocker, Crosby, Stills and Nash, and Aerosmith.
Interesting mix of music for these Woodstock concerts.
Interesting mix of people, too, I bet.
That's true, too.
Even though the concert was broadcast via pay-per-view, many of the performances over the weekend were not aired. Highlights from the concert were later released as a double album set on November 4th, 1994 on CD and cassette. The film about the event, directed by Bruce Growers, was also released straight to video the same year on VHS and Laserdisc.
Psyched about the big stage because we are so used to being all over each other in small clubs, tiny little stages that are about the size of, I don't know, about the 10th of the stage, so we're excited about it.
I'm here with Joe Cocker. Joe, fantastic performance today. Congratulations.
Hey, Chris, thank you.
What did you see when you looked out into the crowd that surprised you?
Oh, a naked girl for a start. What's it called again? Mushing?
Yeah, moshing, right.
Moshing,
yes.
I'm sorry. Because like most of my gigs, I've never seen them do that before close up. So like my fatherly nature was coming out, and I was just scared of him getting hurt, you know.
These people were moshing to Joe Cocker. Joe Cocker said there was they were. Joe Cocker came out and he goes, there was a mush pit. What's this mushing? I mean, you're pretty excited too.
Metallica's Lars Ulrich told MTV before their set, "Now we have the best contemporary bands for 1994. Music has evolved and society has evolved. Anyone expecting this to be a reprise of what went on 25 years ago should have their head examined."
How are you guys doing?
Yo, baby. It was the second day of Woodstock, and oh, though it rocked, not a creature was sober, not even a cop.
I mean, when you look at it, it's like a gigantic, it's like a city, but there's no real law. You know, I mean, it's anything could happen here. You know, there's no organization, really.
How you guys doing?
Just dandy.
How'd you get here?
Lur took a helicopter. Me, I came in on a tour bus.
He's a friendly guy. He rambles on and on. He'll talk balls off a rhinoceros.
You came in on a bus, like with actual fans and stuff?
I did. Not on a tour bus. I'm in the middle of a tour with Rollins and Helmet Sausage, so I opted for the bus as opposed to the helicopter.
During Primus's performance of the song My Name is Mud, the audience responded by pelting the band with mud, which singer and bassist Les Claypool ended up by informing the crowd that, you know, when you throw things on stage, it's a sign of small and insignificant genitalia. Claypool claims that he still has mud in his bass cabinets as late as 2014. Another memorable moment for Primus's set at Woodstock '94 was when Jerry Cantrell, guitarist and vocalist of the popular grunge band Alice in Chains, joined Primus on stage during their performance of the song Herald of the Rocks.
You've never seen anything like this. That's when I got to go way out into the crowd there, and they had this big mud pit, and the rain started to come down, and everyone got in the mud, and they started mud moshing. People were jumping rope in the mud. They were playing volleyball in the mud. They were throwing mud people in the air. They had mud in their mouth, and they were still chewing gum. And these people were naked, and you couldn't even tell because they were covered in mud. It was something you really had to see.
Do you think that you would have ever attended Woodstock?
Absolutely not.
No?
Step back! Step back!
What up?
Well, I would have attended to see Hendrix. I mean, the original one, had I known. I mean, had I not been 7 years old or something. But would I go to this? Are you kidding. Stand out in a muddy field with 200,000 people looking for a toilet? No. I'd rather watch it from the Marriott. But I love to play. But also, I'm 33. I don't have the spunk of an 18-year-old to go out there and endure 3 days of mud and no toilets and, dehydration for rock and roll.
I really don't think so. Yeah! Motherfucker! Yeah!
9 Inch Nails, which are going to go on any minute.
9 Inch Nails definitely getting in the spirit of Woodstock 94.
Very muddy.
9 Inch Nails, God bless ya.
There's definitely nothing like a 9 Inch Nails show. Anybody that's ever been to see them live will tell you that.
9 Inch Nails had the largest crowd density at the event, overshadowing many of the other performers. Just before going on stage, they wrestled each other in the mud and went on to perform completely wet and covered in mud. In the interview after their performance, 9 Inch Nails frontman Trent Reznor claimed he thought his band's performance was terrible due to technical difficulties on stage. Reznor admitted that while he disliked playing at such large shows, it was done for the money. To be quite frank, it's basically to offset the cost of the tour we're doing right now.
I like 9 Inch Nails, they're real good.
I am here. I'm very, very excited. This was the one band that I wanted to see, and they came on in mud, looking like the people. Got an obvious question for you. Where did you get all that mud? Obviously somewhere. Did you get in? Did you throw yourself in? How did you get mud all over you?
On the way to the stage, there was a little accident.
It was an accident?
And it turned into a kind of a mud wrestling thing that escalated into a full-scale mud riot. So we froze, and then we stood up there for a half an hour while they figured out what was wrong with the PA system. So
How do you think you did?
I thought the show was pretty good, but because of we didn't play that well. We were terrible, actually. There's a lot of broken things, and because of our mud bath, things just tend to go wrong. The guitar neck was totally covered with mud.
You actually threw...
difficulty, yeah. It was not the greatest, no.
No. Well, you threw the guitar. Were you just cross with it?
See, I have a policy where if something doesn't work, it needs to pay the price for that. So if it's out of tune, it has to pay.
How did you get here? Well, half of us came by helicopter and half of us came in a speedboat, so it was real cool.
Be Real from Cypress Hill says that Woodstock was the biggest crowd they ever played. It was pretty crazy just trying to get there. Some of us had to get in through helicopter because they started to park on the road like the old Woodstock. They jammed up the highway and stuff like that. They pretty much shut the shit down.
And didn't somebody even stage dive at one time?
That was myself and Sendog.
So during your set?
Yeah, during the set.
Because I know you guys like stage dive all the time, but to stage dive in front of a 250,000 people?
I kind of didn't dive. I kind of let them pick me up, man.
And did they pass you around? Or?
Yeah, well, for a while.
Yeah.
They took my shoes and socks almost.
Uh-huh.
But these are his shoes, and I owe him a pair. And
I see how it is. It's like, hey, let me borrow your shoes to walk around outside. And this is what happens.
So whoever's got my shoes, man, I want them back at the end of the night, all right?
I just got to meet Carlos Santana. That was pretty heavy.
What did you think when you heard they were going to have Woodstock again?
I thought it was about time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No hesitation about playing?
No hesitation.
What's that other special thing about Woodstock?
It's people's spirit, of course. Without the people's spirit, musicians be here alone, promoters be here alone, everybody be here alone. You can't get this at Kmart or 7-Eleven or even on MTV. You got to come here personally and get a dose of harmonious convergence.
You got to feel it in the real thing.
Yeah.
The only musicians who had played the first Woodstock 25 years earlier in 1969 were the band, Santana, Joe Cocker, Country Joe McDonald, John Sebastian, some members of Sweetwater, and Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
This band has exploded out of Berkeley, California.
Yeah, they were great though.
That's one of those bands.
Yeah, it was a happening thing.
I met one of them, the bass player. I was like,
You guys, you have no idea. You know, a certain crowd that I hang out in, we love it. I screw to that, you know?
Best show of the festival. Right on.
A lot of people look at Woodstock as like some turning point. And it was well, I mean, it did, like, you know. Actually, yeah, we got, you know, a lot of people saw that show and stuff. But to tell you the truth, we played kind of bad. But we weren't that good that day. And the thing is we're like 30 feet from the audience. It was way back, and then funny, those kids can huck that mud though. You know.
On stage and now in person with the men of Green Day. Welcome, gentlemen. How's it been? Whoop, there you go. When'd you guys get here?
Moments ago.
Moments ago.
Almost arrested.
You gonna do anything special, given that it's Woodstock, given you've got a really big audience out there? Anything different?
We're probably end up saying fuck.
Ooh, well, that wouldn't be too cool, now would it? I don't think they'll like that a whole lot very much.
Now, good wait.
Well, we already actually had the fist cheer. Country Joe actually already led the fist cheer, so you wouldn't even be novel in that at this point.
Well, I don't know. The whole Woodstock experience isn't very novel anyway, so.
Woodstock 94 has also been referred to as Mudstock 94, partly due to the rainy weather that resulted in mud pits and the aforementioned performances of 9 Inch Nails and Primus. This culminated with Green Day's performance, during which guitarist and lead vocalist Billy Joe Armstrong started a mud fight during their song Paper Lanterns with the crowd. Bassist Mike Dirnt was mistaken for one of the fans jumping on stage and was spear tackled by a security guard, knocking out one of his teeth. It was this incident that caused Dirnt to need emergency orthodontia. A gag order was put in place regarding this incident. Due to the now famous mud fight and Dirnt's injury, Woodstock quickly propelled Green Day's then recently released album Dookie to success.
Now, David, this is your first, like, big show with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now, did you watch it? How you feeling about it?
Feel good.
Did you watch Porno for Pyros at all and watch your
I did. I saw
old...
Porno. I thought they were fabulous.
Really?
I thought they were fabulous. Perry didn't recognize me.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers performed in light bulb costumes in their first song. After almost an hour and a half of show and right before the encore, the whole band dressed up like Jimi Hendrix in the first version of the festival in 1969. The performance featured the live debut of the songs Aeroplane, Warped, and P, which would be featured on the band's 1995 album One Hot Minute, although with slightly different lyrics than the live versions performed at Woodstock.
I had a great time. I would definitely do it again when I'm 50 years old when I come back.
Actually, the best part of the weekend for me was just watching my son have a great time as well as listening to all the bands.
It was great, really great, but we're happy to leave. I mean, we have mud all over. I'm so tired. I have slept for 1 hour, but it was great.
Beautiful. This is the best thing that's ever happened to Saga. I'm disappointed that Guns N' Roses won't be here. I hope the Stones show up.
The love is free, the rest is going to cost you.
Hot coffee, iced tea, Woodstock 94, let's go!
Well, I wish I didn't waste $140 on a ticket because I just walked in and nobody looked at my ticket.
Had a great time.
Okay.
Best time of my life.
Really?
It's awesome.